Hey everyone, I'm Kibastic and I'm a little sick, so I recorded this video at home. I have a new 3D printer and damn, it's just awesome. Now I will tell you more about it and show what it can do, what it is capable of. The first reason I wanted to buy this printer and why I liked it is the way it looks. Just look at this predator. You all know that I love 3D printing and often make puzzles and show them to you on my channel, but my goal is to create, design my own puzzle and completely launch the production using 3D printers. All this, of course, is just thoughts for the future. So far I only have some ideas about how this can be implemented. But I'm already starting to think about our production and here's my new device. So meet this amazing yellow machine named Hornet by the Artillery Company. The first thing that surprised me when I unpacked and gathered it was how cool it looks for the price I've paid. I've gathered it very quickly and easily, everything was connected in literally 2 minutes and it had already started printing. Now I'll show you in more detail how it works. We turn it on and the first thing I need to do is change the plastic, because I want to put something way brighter here. It has such a small screen, but it basically has all the information needed. And the first thing I will choose is to change filament, so change the plastic and unload the plastic. The printer begins to warm up, and as soon as it heats up, the plastic will automatically get out from the printer. Now we just have to detach the white plastic here and fill in the right one, the one that I like. Let it be purple this time. Great choice. The first thing I want to print is an addition for my joystick for PlayStation 5. I really like to use the PlayStation quite often, but it's not comfortable to play racing on this joystick. Therefore, I found the model I needed on the internet, processed it in a special program. It was not difficult, it took only a couple of minutes. After that, I simply transferred the data to the printer on a USB flash and started printing. In the meantime, while it is being printed, I will show you the things that I have already managed to print with this 3D printer. And of course, these are puzzles. They are actually really cool, because the quality of their printing is quite good. You can see it especially well here, where each layer is so accurate, there are no problems in printing with this printer. But the essence of this puzzle is even more interesting. It is called Casino and I will definitely solve it in one of the following videos. The task is to put all these things inside the box. As you can see, I haven't succeeded yet. But by the way, the details themselves turned out very well. Look, I really love this pink plastic. Of course, these connecting parts are very noticeable on it, but despite these places, the plastic looks just silky. Look how lovely it glitters. The next puzzle I've printed is the classic one. I will definitely put all these details in a frame. This is the essence of this puzzle and I will show it in a separate video. Again, look at how great every detail was printed. The difficulty of this puzzle is that there are only 5 elements, but no matter how we twist them, we cannot put everything in a frame. In one of the following videos on my channel, I will begin to solve these puzzles. Let's see how well I can do it. Therefore, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I will be very pleased if I see you again. Well, let's try to put together our wheel, which has already been printed. It seems to me that this thing should be put on here. This isn't the first thing we should have done, right? So now this one. Did I do the right thing? Seems that yes. Everything is functioning? Yeah, here you need a bearing. I don't have it, but I have a 3D printer. Done! By the way, it's fully functioning. I'm really excited by what can be done with a 3D printer. Okay, let's put it in its place. And the wheel, as I understand it, is already installed here. Now we need to combine these two parts so that the steering movement is transferred to the left Joy-Con. Done! We can cut off the extra things. Yep, the steering wheel is ready. Pretty cool! Let's see how this will work. Look, well, it's actually a little more comfortable than playing only with the left finger, because you can feel the steering wheel with both hands and therefore control everything better. Even if you release one hand, you continue to operate with one finger, with the left one or with the right. At this moment you can safely press other buttons. And it is also cool that I can easily remove it and play any game I want. By the way, guys, this is not all that I have printed with a 3D printer. The most interesting things await you ahead, but I ask you to write in the comments right now, what would you like me to print with a 3D printer to show you? If you want something, I will be extremely happy if you write in the comments what else I can show you. By the way, in one of my next videos, I will show you the most complex pattern on the largest 19x19 cube. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss out. And here comes the fun part. In order to understand how well a 3D printer can print, you can usually print simple mechanisms, for example nuts and bolts. This time the nut is pretty ordinary, but the bolt is not so simple at all. As you can see, the thread on the nut is familiar to everyone, but there are such pimples on the bolt, it's even difficult to call it a thread. But what if I tell you that even with such a strange thread you can screw a nut? As you can see, it works pretty well. But most interesting feature of this type of thread is that we can screw the nut in completely different directions. There is one more, but here the thread is already located in different direction. Just look at this quality that the printer produces. It can print such precise layers and such precise sizes of the mechanism itself that the inside of the nut perfectly matches this rather complex relief on the bolt. It looks amazing and truly looks like some kind of unbelievable and impossible thing. But I didn't stop there and printed another type of nut exactly the same, but already with an internal thread as an external thread on a bolt. And we can put this nut in any direction. I also really like the color of the plastic with which I printed all this. It looks incredible. Now look at this mysterious thing. I'll just rip off the silk handkerchief from it. No, this is not a silk handkerchief, this is the plastic part. This is one of the most difficult models for 3D printing and it looks just incredible. It's called Invisi-Ball, like an invisible ball, and it feels like a flying ball is covered with a silk scarf. Also, this silk plastic, it's just amazing, reflects so cool. Of course, it is bad that absolutely all defects are visible on it, but the printer coped well enough. Just look at the trickiest elements it printed. Yes, they do not look perfect, but nevertheless, the printer didn't miss, didn't fail. And the result is a finished piece that just amazingly fits into the interior and causes such an unclear feeling, because it's not clear how this is possible. But in fact, the detail is in front of you, and there's nothing inside, it's empty. Amazing, that's why I love 3D printing. I love my hobby, so cool! And this is not the only piece that I have printed for the interior, because I have my beloved Darth Vader. Just look at how huge it is. Simply because of its size, it's hard to believe that this thing is 3D printed. Look how big it is, well, and how beautiful. The height available for my printer is 25 cm, so it can print models 25 cm high, but this Darth Vader is much taller. There's one trick. It was printed in two parts, that's the number 1 and number 2, as you can see its flat part is slightly at an angle, and it was printed in this position without any support, without anything. It just stuck upside down to the table and was printed in this diagonal position. Just from here to the top of the head it is 25 cm, but if we raise it, it will become higher, And if we put it on something, it will become taller. And here it is. This is the largest model that I have ever printed with a 3D printer. And the most beautiful one. Now I will definitely put it in the most seen place in the apartment. Well, this is probably the most useful thing I've printed with my Hornet. It is in fact a stand for a mobile phone and an Apple Watch. Now I will show you how it works. It was printed with these additional details, and if you look closely, you will see that these are separable parts. They are called supports in order to firmly fix the overhanging parts. Let's try to remove them. By the way, it turned out very well. Usually the place where the supports fit is pretty bad, but here, look, exactly from here I tore off the support and the layers are perfectly even. Alright, that's it. I completely removed all the supporting elements. This thing was printed this way. Here there were supports in order to print overhangs, and as you can see, everything was printed very well. And now you will see how to put the phone here. This way, or like maybe this way. But actually no, there are two more things missing here, let's get them. This is a wireless charger for the phone, which will be here. And for Apple Watch, which will be right here. Let's install them. Wow, fits perfectly, just awesome. I remembered that I have such rubberized things, and now we will stick them so that the product will stand more confidently on the table, and we'll test it. Okay, done. Well, it's like a factory one now, do you understand? Well, let's test. So let's say I'm sitting, working on a laptop and I need to charge my watch. I take them off like this and hang them here. It's charging! Amazing! And now my phone is suddenly dead. Magnet it here. Charging started, and if I suddenly need it, I just take it off the magnet and that's it. And I can also use it horizontally. This is probably really the most handy thing that I will use every day. Guys, I highly recommend you to subscribe to the channel. Watch my other videos about 3D printing and about puzzles, as I said earlier. Thank you all for watching, bye and have a good time. I want to print something else. Okay, now we're going to print something.